I know his name. You're damn right I had to get back in this studio for this one. Bourne is back, baby. He's back to form. This one, Jason Bourne, titled his own name, feels like no time has passed since Bourne Ultimatum, which is crazy because that was out in theaters almost 10 years ago, 2007. And that's no surprise because we finally got Paul Greengrass back, the amazing director that directed the second two movies in the trilogy. And Matt Damon said he would only come back if Paul Greengrass came back. Paul Greengrass said he would only come back if there was a story to tell and he could actually positively move the story forward for Jason Bourne. And I believe that this movie did do that. We explored some more past of Jason Bourne and how he got to be where he is today and why he is what he is and what situation he's in. All while awesome car chases and cool action fight scenes were going on. And that's truly the Bourne recipe. And I think that's what was really missing from that slightly more expensive fan film that came out with Jeremy Renner a couple years ago. And I think that's why this movie was able to pack the theaters like it did. I pre-ordered my ticket 2 days before, and I got one of the last 5 seats in the entire massive theater that I went and saw it in. I went and saw it at a Dolby theater, and boy, I'm glad that this movie paid off for the $18 I spent. But I'm glad that this movie was able to kind of forget about that other movie without 100% contradicting it. They didn't scratch out anything that happened. They just kind of moved past it, which is good because people who do enjoy that movie, you're wrong. You shouldn't. It's stupid, but it's okay. It's your opinion. Can go and enjoy that movie and not be taken out of the universe completely. But for the true people that really wanted to see a continuation on that trilogy, because I feel like, in my opinion, the trilogy, it's really hard to discern which movie does what in it. I feel like the trilogy is better watched as just one complete movie and you just roll through it all at once, because it is kind of a really cohesive story. And I think this one did such a good job of just fitting right back into that, and that was really cool to see. One thing I did have a problem with was, the acting was solid all around. I think everyone did great. Some of the returning cast was awesome to see them back on screen, and some of the new cast, Tommy Lee Jones was really cool. I thought having Alicia Vikander was going to be like the best thing of this movie because she has just been on fire lately with everything she's doing, and I feel like they didn't use her to her full capacity. She was good, but she's a great actress, and I feel like they could have done a little bit more with her dialogue and her story. They kind of did at the end. They were getting close to it, but I wish I would have seen a little bit more of Alicia Vikander in that sense. But I am surprised at the Rotten Tomatoes score of this movie. I don't disagree with the consensus on it, but I do disagree with the score. The consensus, they basically say that this movie adds no profoundly new aspect to the Bourne trilogy, to the Bourne character, and it does nothing super different, but it's kind of just fan service for the fans, and it makes it something the fans will enjoy. Well, that I don't disagree with that at all. I don't think that they did anything crazy new with this. They didn't come out like firing on all cylinders, being like, hey, this is newborn, this is a new trilogy, or this is a new part of it that we're starting out. I felt like it, from the beginning soundtrack that was reminiscent of the original trilogy, all the way to Extreme Ways at the end. I thought this was true a Bourne film that belonged back in the original trilogy. But for me, that wasn't a problem, because the old one, the fan film with Jeremy Renner, it wasn't good because it didn't feel like that. It did do some profoundly new things. They went down this, like, they were taking meds for these other agents, stuff like that, and that would have been cool if they did it right, I guess. But people have tried doing new things in the Bourne universe, obviously, before, and it didn't work out. So to give it a 50-something% on Rotten Tomatoes, to give it a rotten score for that, for being a good movie that fits well with the others, I disagree with that wholeheartedly. I think it deserves a view. I think it deserves definitely from a fan perspective, obviously. I think it deserves a watch for some very good reasons, and it's just a fun summer action flick. You get a little bit of story, but nobody goes for the story. Everybody goes for the fight scenes. I did think that the patented Bourne fight scene, because they always pick like one awesome fight scene to focus on against like one other guy in it. I did feel like this one was kind of thrust in there. I won't say where it happens in the film, but I feel like it was just kind of an afterthought, which was kind of disappointing. It was cool, but definitely not the caliber that we're used to seeing with them. Along with that, there were some cool other new action sequences, and there were a couple different camera shots where I'm like, ooh, damn, that's really awesome. So yeah, I think it's definitely worth a watch. Obviously take that with a grain of salt, because I'm a huge Bourne fan. So yeah, worth a watch. Great summer fun. Get out there and see it. And I think it's, hey, maybe worth a fan film someday in the future. Anyway, all right, guys. Hope you liked the review. Go out and see it. Let us know what you thought about it. Joey also has a review, so check that out. And yeah, have a good rest of the summer. And we'll see you hopefully back in the studio pretty soon. Have a good week, guys.
Perfect color me. Extreme ways that help me out late at night. Extreme places I had gone, but never seen any light. Dirty basements, dirty noise, dirty places coming through. Extreme worlds alone. Did you ever like it then? I would stand in line for this. There's always room in life for this.